Huh. Play it really quick. Just like 10 seconds, then you can cut it off because I'm going to go with it and then go. All right. Oh.
I'll do it again.
Yeah. Let it ride for like...
Yeah, let it drop.
Yeah, let it drop. Nobody cares about your excuses. It doesn't matter what happened to you yesterday. I think this is a good one where I can do the, not the complete story, but like, you know, going hard, pushing through, like drop those little one lines before I go in. This is like a really good beat for that. Yeah, so the last couple weeks, I've been pushing, you know, May 7th, coming soon. You saw a bunch of different promo videos for May 7th. So it's basically, you're watching this on May 7th, now or after, and May 7th is my first ever motivational album that was supposed to come out, and I'll let you guys know exactly, you know, the situation. I'm pushing it back. I'm pushing back the May 7th date primarily because I want to make sure it's perfected. I want to make sure it looks good, it sounds good. I want to make sure it's a complete project, and I felt like May 7th was a little bit rushed, and I'd rather have it perfect and completed to what I like than to kind of half do it and just throw out something just to compete with the deadline. So I'm doing this kind of behind the scenes so you can see the mindset and delivering it May 7th so you guys know exactly what's coming. And I think the project will be out within the next 2 weeks. By the week of May 21st, the absolute latest, the motivational album will be on all major streaming platforms. It was too cold. It was too early. I was tired, but I showed up.
Tell me what we got going on, Mike.
Man, behind the scenes, we're in Jersey City. This was the first video released leading up until the 1% Mindset motivational CD that came out. We're in, you know, right after a brief snowstorm. You know, just out here working, man. So this is the little behind the scenes, the work that we do, just doing what others won't do. So this is definitely it's definitely a mindset for real. You know, being out here in this weather, just training, keeping the mind focused. So you get to see a little bit about, you know, a little bit behind the scenes. So the first video you saw, I was in the snow, I was kicking up the snow, I was on the field and running, doing and working out. And basically that psychology is no matter the excuse, no matter what, you have to get to work. It was maybe that night before or early morning, it snowed 5-6 inches of snow, and I already pre-planned to do this work, and unfortunately it snowed, but it worked out. It means that no matter what, you have to show up. Obstacles happen, life happens, I get it. Yeah, you're not the first person to go through it, and you won't be the last person to go through it. But it's those who are able to show up and do the work and get what you need to get done, you know, those are the ones that are gonna win. And I wanted to put that out because it really shows that, you know, you have to put in the work no matter what. And the psychology, like I said, behind that is just showing up, plain and simple. There's no way to get around it, right? You show up regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the situation, regardless of the time. You just make it happen. And that was really the mindset of that video.
Odd, weird, different, all adjectives used to describe the abnormal. This is exactly what I aim to be, because I was created to be unique. I was created to stand out and take the path less traveled.
The path less traveled, looking different. I'm gonna speak about, so basically, like the video, it's, let me see, sometimes you have to walk alone to get to where you need to be. No, that's why.
What do you say, stand down from the crowd?
Stand out from the crowd. I'm trying to just think what I did. So, when you're walking, damn, freaking something like that. When you're walking in the opposite direction, no, not opposite direction. Yeah, it's a matter of standing out in the crowd. So, standing out, let me see. Sometimes it's better to stand out. No, I'm not gonna say sometimes. I'm gonna speak it as I'm doing it. That was probably one of my favorite videos because it made me the most uncomfortable. Like walking back and forth in that area, being in a bright yellow, it made me feel weird. Like if I was in a suit, if I looked like everybody else, if I walked like everyone else, then it would just have been me normally walking and doing that shoot. But because I had on that bright yellow, I felt weird. But you know, it's like anything else. Once you do it and once you get it done, it's like, no, who cares, right? You're doing this for you. It's not for anybody else. It doesn't matter what other people think. Half the time, those same people either won't be in your life or will never see you again. So what are you so afraid of, right? And you know, it's probably one of my best videos, or my most uncomfortable videos that I enjoyed the most. Well, yeah, those 3 promo videos, they're different philosophies or different mindsets that I've used to create this ultimately. And I don't think I could have done one without the other. Like, I can't create a motivational album without being comfortable standing out, without reading different things, without going to work when I don't want to, right? Without those 3 things, and you know, there's other things, but without those 3 core things, an album couldn't be released, or I wouldn't be comfortable doing videos. So those promo videos represented like real life situations and scenarios that I needed to really develop, you know, what's coming out in the next, you know, week or 2. Why that was so profound is because it takes a mindset to be the very best at what it is you want to do.
You're like going down. Listen.
Grinding, no matter what.
Maybe I do need some ad-libs for it.
Who are you? Are you working right now? Someone is taking your place right now.
I know.
You aren't working hard enough. Work harder. Grind smarter.
Because if you can't see it and you don't work for it, then you can't achieve the results. And you can't get the results you want without it. You see, why that answer was so profound is because when you think of the 1%, you are that one person out of 100 people that think of things on an elite level. It doesn't have to be monetary, but if you want to be the absolute best in your field or whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's important to understand that it's a mindset. It starts from the shoulders up before it starts from the shoulders down. So when I think of the 1% mindset, when I think of what it means to be a part of the 1%, I think of greatness. I think of being on elite levels, doing things that no one else is willing to do. So this album, I want, whenever you're feeling down, whenever you need motivation, whenever you need to be pumped up, I want you to say, the 1% mindset, I want to pop in this album. Right? I get and I understand that you can't capture everyone. Like, everyone's not going to believe in you. Everyone's not going to find you inspiring. But I believe with the multitude of tracks, with the different areas that I've hit, there should be at least one track that you feel. So if just one track hits you and you can say, damn, this is me, or damn, this really helped me, then I did my job. I want you guys to know that I've worked really hard on completing it. I've had a great team of people that's helped me along the way, that's critiqued, that's listened, and thank you. You know, I just want to thank you for all your support, all your time. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this, no joke. A lot of people who's had my back along the way, and I'm excited to release it. And it's coming soon, but I just have to make sure it's pretty epic before it's released.